What if I told you that one of Europe's most powerful families faced a threat more daunting than any army or political rival, a threat that came from within their own bloodline? This is the story of the Habsburg dynasty, a family that ruled much of the world yet grappled with the consequences of keeping power too close to home. Imagine a story where ambition for power shapes not just the fate of nations, but the very essence of a royal family. This is the tale of the Habsburgs, a dynasty that redefined the meaning of empire, not just through conquests and crowns, but through the intertwined destinies of its own members. Their saga spans 6 centuries, a testament to a family that turned Europe into a chessboard of power, love, and betrayal. But what makes the Habsburg story so captivating isn't just their vast empire, stretching from the misty lands of Switzerland to the far reaches of the Americas, Africa, and Asia. It's the personal journey of a family driven by the ambition to maintain their grip on power through a web of intermarriages. A strategy as bold as it was perilous, promising unity but at a cost far greater than any of them could have imagined. Enter Charles II of Spain, a figure whose life embodies the complex legacy of the Habsburgs. Born into opulence and dominion, Charles's very existence was a mosaic of the dynasty's ambitions and its oversights. His portrait, painted with painstaking detail by Juan Carreño de Miranda, doesn't just capture the man, but the story of a lineage that, in its quest for continuity, faced the brink of extinction. The origins of this powerful family trace back to Guntram the Rich, whose legacy laid the foundations of what would become not just a ruling house, but a symbol of how the pursuit of power could intertwine fate and bloodline. From their ancestral castle in Switzerland to ruling over vast lands, the Habsburgs' influence knew no bounds. Yet with every marriage within their own ranks, they wove a tighter knot around their destiny, culminating in physical and genetic challenges that would become as much a part of their legacy as their political achievements. As we delve deeper into their story, we invite you to reflect. How did the Habsburgs' decisions shape the world as we know it? And what can their tale teach us about the price of power and the complexity of human ambition? What part of the Habsburg saga intrigues you the most? As we embark on this historical journey together, share your thoughts, questions, and the stories of dynasties that fascinate you. Join us in unraveling the mysteries of a family that, in their quest for dominion, wrote a story of ambition, intrigue, and the inescapable consequences of their choices. In the heart of medieval Europe, the Habsburgs wove a complex web of alliances, notably with the Holy Roman Empire's ruling Hohenstaufens, elevating them to the pinnacle of European aristocracy. Rudolf of Habsburg's ascension as King of the Germans in 1273 marked a significant rise in their influence, despite facing opposition such as from King Ottokar II of Bohemia. Unfazed, Rudolf's campaigns against his detractors not only showcased the Habsburgs' determination, but also laid the groundwork for their enduring dominion, including securing the Duchy of Austria. The Diet of Augsburg in 1282 was a turning point, entrusting the Habsburgs with Austria's stewardship and initiating their reign from Vienna, henceforth the nucleus of the Habsburg Empire. Following Rudolf I's death, skepticism among the Germans threatened to disrupt the succession line. However, this was surmounted when Albert I, Rudolf's eldest son, took the throne after Adolf, Count of Nassau's brief rule. Albert I's tenure was marked by substantial contributions across Thuringia, Meissen, Bohemia, and more, cementing his role in shaping the Austrian state, although the potential of his successors, Friedrich and Leopold, was questioned due to their perceived shortcomings. Under Albert II, the dynasty's focus shifted towards consolidating power within Austria, a strategy of introspection rather than expansion. This era of consolidation was briefly interrupted by Rudolf IV's ambition, which led to the founding of the University of Vienna in 1365, a testament to the Habsburgs' commitment to education and culture, despite its rivalry with Prague's academic reputation under Charles IV. the narrative takes a dramatic turn with the internal conflicts over Swiss territories, spiraling into civil war after Rudolf IV's death. This chaos paved the way for Albert V's ascent, solidified by a strategic marriage to Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund's daughter, which not only won him the imperial crown but also the thrones of Hungary and the Romans. Although Albert V's rule was fleeting, it was Friedrich III's era that encountered notable administrative hurdles. Yet Friedrich's reign was salvaged by the strategic importance of his territories, culminating in his crowning as the Holy Roman Emperor in 1452, a milestone in the Habsburg saga. The dawn of Maximilian I's era brought with it a renaissance of enlightenment and culture, embracing humanist ideals and rejuvenating classical scholarship, marking a period of significant intellectual and cultural evolution in Europe. Maximilian I, a beacon of the Renaissance, exemplified the era's fusion of innovation with tradition. His passion for revitalizing society shone through his support for scholars like Andreas Stoberl and Joachim Vadian, reflecting a leadership that valued intellectual and cultural growth. However, this period of enlightenment was shadowed by financial difficulties, challenging the empire's economic stability despite Maximilian's strategic acumen and military strength. Key to expanding the Habsburgs' influence were Maximilian's calculated matrimonial alliances. His union with Mary of Burgundy and the marriage of his son, Philip the Handsome, to Joanna the Mad of Aragon laid the foundations for the Habsburgs' expansive political clout. These alliances not only extended their territorial reach, but also intertwined the Habsburg destiny with the fabric of European royalty. Charles V ascended to the throne, ushering in a golden era for the Habsburg Empire, marked by ambitious expansions and the motto Plus Ultra. His aspirations to extend the Christian domain saw the Habsburgs' influence spread across continents, from the heart of Europe to the far reaches of the New World in New Spain and Peru. This vast empire required intricate governance, managed by viceroys and diplomats under Charles's directive, with his brother Ferdinand spearheading reforms in Hungary, Croatia, and Bohemia. However, Charles V's reign was not without its trials. Skeptical of the rising tide of Lutheran thought despite widespread reformist and humanist ideas, Charles found his rule beset by religious discord, setting the stage for conflicts that would mar his legacy. His later years were troubled by both internal dissension and external threats, such as the challenges posed by France and the Ottoman Empire. The pivotal decision to divide the empire among his heirs, with Ferdinand inheriting the imperial crown and Austrian lands and Philip taking over the Low Countries, prefigured the eventual fragmentation of Habsburg rule. This strategic partition aimed to manage the sprawling empire's complexities, but also foreshadowed the challenges of maintaining a unified authority over such diverse territories. As Europe's religious landscape became increasingly polarized, the Habsburgs found themselves at the heart of the burgeoning Protestant-Catholic divide. Maximilian II's efforts to mediate between the two factions fell short, leading to a precarious stance of religious neutrality. This delicate balance was shattered by Ferdinand II, whose staunch Catholicism reignited religious tensions. The simmering discord exploded into the 30 Years' War, a brutal and exhaustive conflict that spanned continents and devastated populations. Ferdinand III, navigating through the complexities of this turbulent period, managed to broker peace, momentarily halting the empire's religious and territorial strife. Yet peace was short-lived. The demise of Charles II of Spain, leaving no direct heir, sparked the War of Spanish Succession, thrusting Europe into a state of uncertainty and challenging the Habsburgs' claim to the vast Spanish throne. The turn of the century brought new leadership with Leopold's death in 1705, ushering in his son Joseph I. His reign, aligned with Protestant states amid a web of political intrigue, marked a brief period of stability. This era was succeeded by Charles VI, whose tenure was notably peaceful, highlighted by significant treaties in 1713-14 aimed at securing the empire's future. However, his passing precipitated the War of the Austrian Succession, plunging the Habsburg dynasty into a prolonged period of turmoil. This relentless cycle of conflict and peace, stability and upheaval, underscored the Habsburgs' challenges in navigating the rapidly evolving political and social landscapes of Europe. The revolutions of 1848 delivered the final blow, exposing the dynasty's vulnerabilities and inability to adapt to the sweeping changes engulfing the continent. These revolutions, driven by the demands for political reform and national autonomy, eroded the very foundations of Habsburg rule, marking the beginning of the end for one of history's most enduring empires. Thanks for watching the Habsburg family story. What family do you want to see next? Let me know in the comments.